Venom Let There Be Carnage will be the next entry in the Venomverse, but what happens after that, especially involving Spider-Man, will be interesting considering he's stuck in this limbo of rights and ownership between Disney, Marvel, and Sony. Well, now Tom Hardy confirmed that the reason he's staying on the Venom brand is because he wants to fight Spider-Man, and that's his ultimate goal. So there is quite a few lengthy quotes here that we have from Tom Hardy as he responds to an interview from Esquire that goes more into details with what the future holds for his version of Venom, and of course the multiverse, and eventually fighting Spider-Man. So without reading all of it, essentially what he says is that his hopes and why he's staying on this is because he wants to fight Spider-Man, and he's excited by that, and that type of connectivity is what excites him about staying on the job. But then he confirms that there's some major canyons to leap in regards to how to make this possible. Obviously, he's talking about, the logistics and contracts and character rights and all that between Disney, Marvel Studios, Sony, and various parties involved. But as he says, if both sides are willing to, and both sides are currently working together, that this shouldn't be a problem, and he doesn't see it being a problem going forward. And he says that it's things like this that make him happy, and things like this that are strongly implied in the universe that are one thing that keeps everything moving forward. Now, this just goes off the back of what Sony said at the beginning of the year, that Spider-Man and Venom will meet. Kevin Feige even started to openly talk about the multiverse and Spidey existing outside of the proper MCU. Again, we now have variants, the multiverse, so everything's sort of just painting a picture that this is happening without them 100% confirming it. And there's probably some logistics that they still have to make, leaps and bounds over to make this a reality, but it's everybody's best interest to make it work. And that's sort of, I think, what he's waiting for. I think he knows more than anybody that it will happen, because he's a producer on the Venom films, but it's just a matter of when do we do it, and we gotta take our time. If we just toss it all together, we're just gonna repeat the mistakes of TASM and Spider-Man 3, and that will damage the brand, multiple brands at this point, even further. And since Sony is financially in a dire position, and Marvel Studios and Disney are offsetting some of the budgets on upcoming Spider-Man appearances and films, it also has to go through that approval. And you can't have them ruining Spider-Man if that's going to damage the financial outcome of Disney. I mean, that would be disastrous for Sony. So I guess we just wait and see. But yeah, it sounds like it's definitely going to happen. It's just a matter of when.